Hello, my name is Sandie Mourão and I'm here from PEPELT, the Facebook page project. PEPELT stands for Picturebooks in European Primary English Language Teaching. Every month we choose a topic, and the 12th to the 16th of November is Anti-Bullying Week. So the topic for this month is bullying. I talk about picture book as object. Why? Well, I talk about peritext. Peritext is what makes a picture book, or rather a book. And in picture books, the illustrations often overflow into the peritext, and it's the parts of the picture book which often teachers ignore, especially when they're sharing them with primary English language students. So I like to talk about them so that teachers can see that they are actually quite important parts of the picture book, and they can be used for both the teacher's benefit and the student's benefit. So what book will we be looking at this month? Bully by Laura Vacarro Seeger. It's published by Roaring Book Press. It's a multi-award winning picture book from the United States, possibly less known in Europe. Bright red cover and back actually, but the cover is bright red. Red for anger, red for danger. It's an important choice for the cover. Big letters for the title there, bully, and the bull is standing on the title. He's at the top half of the front cover illustration, which is an important part of the illustration. The top half is often presents the main character or the main event or something which is important in the illustration. So that's why he's there all by himself on the top part of this front cover. So you could ask your students about the colour red and what they feel about the colour red and what it means for them, okay? And hopefully words like anger and danger will come out there. Now, because it's a hardback book and because it's got a dust jacket, then it has flaps. And in fact, the back of the book with the blurbs, the blurb is actually, or the blurbs, because there are two sets of blurbs, are about other books that Laura Vacarro Seeger has written. So the blurb about this book is on the front flap, and it goes like this. Chicken, slowpoke, you stink. Gosh, that's very nice, isn't it? Bully doesn't have a kind word for any of his friends. What will it take for a little bull to realise that he's being a big bully? So that's what it's about, really. It's about what it takes for a little bull to stop being a big bully. Now, because it has been written and illustrated by one person, it's coherent. It has a coherent whole, and you can see right from the start here that the end papers have this kind of textured look to them, and all of the pages in the book have the same textured look. So right from the start, it has this sort of feeling of completeness. Everything is the same there. It's really nice. Now, upon turning the end papers, we come to a double spread. Now, this is just before the title page, and some people refer to it as the frontispiece. It's the illustration before the title page. And we can see that it's actually very relevant. It's an important page, or it's an important double page to show. We can see that Bull is being bullied by somebody bigger. So you would show this to the children when you first told them the story. But once you've told them the story, it would be a really nice idea to return to it and see what they think. Why do they think the illustrator put this illustration here? And hopefully help them see that bullies are often bullies because they are being bullied by others in other places. The title page, great big red bully. Gosh. And we can see there's a fence, and this started on the frontispiece page. There's a fence, and again, this is just as we have this textured pages. The fence runs through the whole of the picture book, so it's a design feature. And Laura, she's made a film which is on YouTube, and she talks about how she illustrated this picture book and how she decided what she would do and where she would do it. She talks about the relevance of this fence and how it shows, it helps the children to see that the fence is always the same, and it is actually the bull that gets bigger and bigger in the illustrations. Yep, you can see he gets bigger and bigger here. So it's a really relevant design feature in the illustration. And at the end of the story, I'm not going to show you, but at the end of the story, something happens in the fence, to the fence, and that's also very relevant to the visual narrative that we see. The dedication and title page are not the title page. I'm very tired today. The dedication and copyright page is at the back of the book, and we have a dedication there. Laura has dedicated her book to her niece and nephews, so that's a nice sort of personal touch, and you can read that to the children and ask them to think why would she dedicate a book like this to her niece and nephews. And the back flap has information about Laura. So I've already mentioned the film that's on YouTube that Laura has made. Well worth looking at before you tell the story, so that you have an idea of what it is about the design of this book and the illustrations and how they were made, because it gives you a whole other view of how something so simple, with I think it has something like 22 words in all, but it is such a powerful book, and will be extremely useful in a primary classroom with children from as young as grade 1. And even with slightly older primary children as well, because they'll be able to talk a lot more about some of the issues that they will see in the picture book. So enjoy the month of November, where the books that we talk about are related to bullying, and enjoy the next 3 films that will be made as part of this project for the topic of bullying. Thank you for watching, and see you in December. Bye-bye.